when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues.
If you bleed blues, then this is the show for you. The Bluenote Fan Report, hosted by
the Hawaii Blues fan. Aloha, and welcome to the Bluenote Fan Report. I'm Guy, and I go by the Hawaii Blues fan. Welcome to the show that is by a fan, for the fans, and definitely about you, the fans. Well, the majority of the Game 4s are in the books. We'll talk about why I say majority in a little bit. Game 5 start tomorrow, with one exception. And boy, did Game 4s that we got to see not disappoint. Some close ones, a couple overtime games, a few that just, wow, blowouts. Really, really solid, good games all the way around. But before I get there, gotta ask you to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget. And once you do that, put them thumbs in the air. Let me know. I'm driving to 300. You can help me get there. I got 15 to go. 15 more. Only 15 more, please, sir. 15 more. Can you help me? 15 more. 15 more subscriptions is all I need. Well, last video, I decided to let the sailor out a little bit, and I was told that some of you guys like it. So maybe he'll come out today. We'll see. I got the contest going. I'm going to put out a separate video. I meant to do it the other day, in the last day or so. I haven't been able to. I'm going to get it out. You guys got the chance. Either you want the cards or you don't. It's that plain and simple. Either you like it or you don't. Nothing else I can do about it. So how about we get there and get ready to be all about. Yep, that's right. It's time to be about for the fan. Start up in the East with the most surprising and shocking results of this year's playoff. Get the brooms out. We had not one, but two sweeps in the first round. And yes, they are both absolutely completely surprising. Let's talk about the first one of those sweeps, and this one is the shocker. The number one, 62-win Tampa Bay Lightning against the Wild Card 2 team, Columbus Blue Jackets, who were struggling, went all in at the trade deadline, and it looked like their prize was the Bolts. Well, that's right. Their prize was the Bolts because they simply kicked that ass all over the place. All I can think is that the Bolts got in their head and figured that they couldn't lose, and it got down to the point where they could lose. The 2018-2019 Tampa Bay Lightning are going to go down as the worst, best team ever. Mark my words. When you talk about failures, this team that won 62 games is going to be at the top of the list. So from there, we move down to the team that thought their prize in winning this first round was going to be the Bolts. Not anymore. But this series is wowzy, wow. The Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they absolutely, positively hate each other. I mean, without a doubt, these two teams could care less what happens to the other one? They just want to beat them. And today, the Bruins, even the series back up, a convincing 6-4 win. The game wasn't even nowhere near as close as the score indicates. Nowhere near as close. Move on from that, we go down to the series that is on pause. So a lot of times, once you hit game 4s, some of these games get an extra day. And a lot of times there's concerts planned or events planned in the arenas that force that. I don't know what the reason is that this game 5 is pushed till today. Our game 4 is pushed till tomorrow, today, when you're seeing this. Nothing I can do about it. All I can say is that I'm thinking that that this one is the Caps closing it out. I absolutely believe the Caps are going to close this series. Well, no, it's 2-1. I believe the Caps are going to take that 3-1 lead. I thought all along that the Canes would get one storm surge. They got their storm surge. I don't see them getting another one. To me, this series is over in 5. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking. I said it before, and I'm sticking to it. Now we drop down to the sweeping them off their feet. Yes, we swept them off their feet. The other sweep, the number 2 New York Islanders met the number 3 Pittsburgh Penguins. While they were ranked 2 and 3, nobody thought that Penguins were 3 at all. In fact, most pundits said that this was going to go 6 or 7 and that the Penguins would prevail. Well, if you remember, back on my preview show with Mike Dante, I said the Islanders were going to shock the world and knock out the Penguins in 5. I'll take the sweep. To me, that's a win. I called that one. That's the East. Let's move into the West. I got to tell you, this first one in the West shocks me. This is Pacific 1 against Wild Card 2, the Calgary Flames and the Colorado Avalanche. And I had my buddy Lance from the Drop Podcast tell me I had the Avalanche ranked too low in my power rankings and that they were a better team. And you know what? They've got a 3-1 lead now. Really surprising, but this was an overtime game. Close overtime game. At one point, the Flames were up 2-0. The Avs fought back. And you give a team credit when they do that. Heart. Dio Fleury put a thing out about throw away all that. It's all about heart and who wants it the most. His tweet, and I agree with him. The Avalanche have heart. And I got to admit, I was wrong. At the beginning of my power rankings, I dropped the Avalanche. I said after game 1 that they were, they just didn't want it. They were happy to be there. Oh, man, was I wrong on that one. Yeah, they're jumping in the rankings. I can guarantee you that. The next one we drop down to is another surprise. I got to tell you, I thought this one was going to go back to San Jose tied up. San Jose didn't even show up in Vegas. Hey, Vegas, whatever showgirls that you're bringing to the hotels where these guys are staying, it's working because San Jose was not ready for that game. And you guys just destroyed them. I give it to you. Louis, I know you're happy as all can be. And also, I want to apologize to any Sharks fan that's seen this, or not Sharks fan, Knights fan. When I did the last power rankings, I showed 2 Sharks. I forgot to put up the Knights symbol. I apologize. I will correct that today. And I can guarantee you the Knights moved up. Now, the other series that a lot of people were banging me on, saying that I wouldn't know what I was talking about, was Central 1 and Wild Card 1, the Stars and the Predators. Stars came out and just said, yep, 4-0 in the first. Yep, our building. You got lucky the last time. Not this time. great game by the Stars. This series is tied up. It's going 6 at least. Going back, I got to tell you, I don't know who's going to win this one, but I would not be surprised to see the Stars win in Nashville and have a chance to close it at home in Game 6. I'm not putting it past them. Absolute beautiful. Okay, so I've gotten to the last one. The Blues and the Jets. And after this game, Blues fans were doing this. Okay, let's take a step back and think about this. First of all, Game 1 in Winnipeg, the Jets came out tight. The Blues took advantage of it, stayed hot, and won that game. By a goal, but they won that game late. Game 2, Jets came out a little bit looser, scored some goals. The Blues kept up with them and ended up late winning that game, 2-0 Blues. Now we go to St. Louis, and in Game 3, the first game that we're in St. Louis, the Blues came out tight. Well, the difference here is they never loosened up. Winnipeg went to town. However, that game got close. At one point, it was 4-3. Now, it ended up being 6-3, but at 4-3, the Blues should have done a few things differently to win that game, but they didn't. Then we get to the last game. It was nothing until the early in the third period. Vladimir Tereshchenko, number 91, gets in there, scores a very good power play goal early, and the Blues have the lead. The problem here is, and this is my opinion, they kind of fell back on their heels. They let momentum shift to the Jets, and the Jets took advantage of it. They score a goal in the middle of the third, get it to overtime, and a mistake happens. 2-2. You know, the games have followed a pattern, and I'm okay with that. This is not one of them jump off the fence losses, guys. We're going back to Winnipeg. We won 2 games there. The Blues are a strong team. This team is going to take adversity and turn it around. I absolutely believe that. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, I predicted 4-1 in the last one. It didn't come through. I do think this is going to be a close game. I do think it has overtime potential. I'm going to say that this is a 3-2 game with the Blues coming out on top. I like what they can do in Winnipeg. I think that they have the right mindset, and I think Winnipeg may just be a little bit overconfident after that last win. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Well, guys, I'm going to do something a little different today. Instead of putting out one long 20-25-minute video, I'm going to break it up. I'm going to say aloha and mahalo, and thank you for watching the Bluenote Fan Report. And the power rankings will be in part 2. Hey, Jeremy, can you help me with this and finish it up?